because I'm not carrying you.
She's back.
Saw or shovel?
I thought Foggy got killed.
I think that was a flashback scene.
Okay.
I think it was flashback. That's my prediction. But because I love Daredevil. When I got into cosplay, the first character I did was Daredevil. But my thing is, that name right there, Disney Plus.
Right.
I don't trust that.
Can I be honest?
Yes.
I didn't watch the last season of Daredevil. I tried. Mm-hmm. I watched
It took
two or three episodes, and I was like,
it wasn't. They should have called it Matt Murdock.
yeah,
Because
I never saw
Daredevil. They showed he was in the first fight scene, which hooked people. That's what hooked everybody. That fight scene between him and Bullseye.
Right.
That didn't hook me because it was like, here's what Netflix did a great job at just being practical. Like they're like, yo, he's Daredevil, like he's a street level superhero. So everything was street based. They filmed everything streetwise. But man, it was like when Disney Plus got a hold of them, the fight scene threw me out because it was just straight up CGI. Like it was a lot of CGI fight, like at it. Like it's like, no, it should. It wasn't. You could tell in certain spots where his arm was stretched out longer than the actual human arm. Or,
right.
There was a scene where he got knocked down, but got back up and like shifted too fast.
You don't have to use CGI for practical fight.
For practical fight, it should have just been a brawl. But there was use of CGI, and it was like, that fight scene took me out because I'm like, even when he was swinging to get in the first scene, he's swinging to get back to find Bullseye. Like it was just like CGI'd, and
it's like I love Blade 2. But the fight where Blade fights the two vampires, it's clearly a CGI.
Clearly CGI.
But for then, it was great.
It was great.
But now they're still doing that when they don't need to.
And because Netflix, here's what Netflix did. When Netflix wanted to show him swinging across buildings, they just have him shoot at his baton thingy and show it wrapping around something, and then just show him like jumping off of like a platform to make it look like he's swinging from building to building. But here they did it, and he was just like, you could just tell he was CGI'd in. But yeah, and then it's like from episode 1 to 6, you didn't see. After that, you didn't see Daredevil for like 5 more episodes.
Right, and that's I don't like that. I don't like that.
And then in the season finale, I love the whole Punisher. When Punisher would come in, and him and Matt, they still had that same chemistry from the Netflix era, and they had that chemistry. But it was like with Punisher, they are trying to take the gloves off on Punisher, but they're using CGI with Punisher and his blood scenes.
See, I liked Punisher. I do. I love the Thomas Jane movie.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't.
I did.
I thought it was great.
It traumatized me because they killed his whole.
That was like the first.
family.
That was the first when Marvel first started coming out with movies. Mm-hmm. That was the first movie.
Warzone, I didn't care too much for because I was already hooked on Thomas Jane.
Right, but that first one with Thomas Jane, that was the first Marvel movie that didn't debut at number 1.
Wow.
And I remember making a big deal. I was like, how could they not? This was a great movie. And I think even Daredevil, the Ben Affleck Daredevil debuted at number 1. It was still number 1.
Because Punisher, I'll tell you why I didn't. Because it was very hard to watch. As a kid, especially as a kid, it was hard to watch. Because like some of them scenes, like I still cringe when it was the dude with all the piercings wouldn't tell
Right.
where Punisher was.
Right.
And they literally were like taking his
Stuff
piercing out
and pulling it.
and they were showing it, and it was like, even my dad was like, well, fast forward this, or my dad didn't even want to watch. It was like, it was just, it was a lot of cringe at that time.
See, I mean, that was fine with me. It was gritty, and I like that.
Now I can watch it, but I still go, oof. But as a kid, it was like, you can tell there was, and then it's like, again, they killed a man's whole family on camera. Like, they legit killed the whole family. So it's like, you can see where they took a chance at that time. And so when it didn't debut at number one, I'm like, I get it, because when I watched it, I was like, I don't think I should be watching this.
I thought it was great. I loved it, and I mean, I understand where you're coming from. But
Up until I met John Berthels, his Punisher,
he's good.
He goes through some stuff where I'm like, yo, this. How's
John
he even
Barenthal. You know who his uncle-in-law is, right?
I know, but I forget. Mick. No.
Dun, 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 dun.
Kurt Angle.
Yep.
Yeah. I knew he was in the wrestling business. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, his Kurt Angle's brother's daughter is who he's married to.
Yeah, but overall, okay. So now we're gonna go back to
Where
Daredevil.
we should be.
Daredevil season 2. Now, Jessica Jones, good to see, but I wasn't a Jessica Jones fan.
I didn't. That was my least favorite out of all the 4.
In the Netflix era, I didn't even finish Jessica Jones.
No.
It was like, I watched Jessica Jones the first season because they hinted that, she gets help from Hell's Kitchen. So I'm like, okay, well, let me watch it. And it was nobody but Rosario Dawson's character. I'm like, oh, come on. And then, but I love David Tennant also from where his Doctor Who days. So it was like, his character was what kept me into Jessica Jones. So when they're like, we brought Jessica Jones back, I'm like,
no, I would much rather.
It would have been better if it was Luke Cage.
I love
much
Luke Cage.
better.
And I wanted to like Iron Fist badly.
You wanted to. You tried to.
And
I did too. It's like, you try.
I wanted to. And I think that Finn got that's his name, right?
Finn, yeah, not Balor, but Finn.
And not Wolf.
Yeah.
Not Finn from Stranger Things.
No. His name was Finn though, but he got dealt a bad hand. And
yes.
No, it wasn't.
And I think he should get another chance.
He didn't get dealt a bad hand. He just came in at a bad time. Because he even said, like, they didn't want... It was like, I got the role, but I was already filming Game of Thrones.
Right.
And he's like, they didn't really want to work with me. So it was like, I had to do... Like, I just would come in and, like, do something, and then I had to hurry up and go.
Right.
So it was like, they were trying to... Like, I couldn't be Iron Fist.
But yeah, Daredevil season 2.
I'm going to watch it, but it's like, it better be... Because it just... But Disney Plus does this. Their shows...
Suck.
Drag. They just drag.
The last one that I was really, really, really invested into, I mean, which would probably be the first one was
WandaVision.
WandaVision, yeah.
Yeah, that helped everybody because it's like, what's it leading up to? And then you realize it leads up to nothing. But yeah, Daredevil season 2, because of Daredevil Born Again season 1, I actually have to see it to believe it. That's a Disney Plus thing also. I got anything involving Disney Plus.
Anything involving Disney nowadays.
You got to see it to believe it.
That's it.